For weeks, the HOA Karen in the neighborhood had been using the outdoor outlet at the edge of my property without asking. At first, I thought nothing of it. After all, who would expect someone to plug into another person's outlet without permission? But it became a regular occurrence. Every day she would casually plug in her devices, using the electricity from my outlet as though it were some communal resource. I wasn't sure what she was powering, maybe a vacuum, a blender, or some other appliance. But I started to notice the subtle drain on my electricity. It wasn't a huge deal at first, but it became clear that this wasn't just an occasional use. She was taking advantage of the outlet every single day, and the more I thought about it, the more frustrated I became. But I didn't act on it right away. I decided to observe a bit longer. I figured eventually I'd have to confront her, but what I didn't know at the time was that the outlet she was using had a secret. It wasn't just powering my porch lights. It was connected to a much more significant system, the septic tank. That's right. The outlet she was using was wired directly into the septic tank's control system. Every time she plugged in, she was unknowingly running power to a system that was not meant to be used for any daily electrical consumption. If the septic tank's power supply was continuously drawn on, it could have serious consequences, including system malfunctions or, worse, a complete failure of the septic system. I realized I had to confront her, not just for using my outlet, but for the potential damage she was causing. It was time to explain the situation, and to my surprise, she had no idea. She had simply assumed the outlet was an external one for general use, without realizing the consequences of her actions. Once she understood the issue, she was embarrassed, but ultimately, she agreed to stop using the outlet. It was a relief to know that the problem was resolved, but it also served as a warning. Be careful about who's using what on your property, because sometimes a little carelessness can lead to big issues. If you've had similar experiences with overstepping, HOAs, check out the HOA stories for more shocking tales of neighborhood drama.